So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second session for today, for this week rather. So, if now you your first time where they attend this session today we will talk about software. So last week, basically, we do introduction to waiting our computer, right? And then we also talk about the different parts them where computer gets. Sorry, I don't send message to them. So then we talk about also the different parts and where computer gets, when are the hardware technically. So today we'll talk about software. But before ever we talk about the software aspect of the computer, I want to do a brief recap as to what's in a computer, what's in some of the things that we say in a hardware, what's in like the physical thing that we will be able to touch. So anybody? From we session last week, what did you say in a computer? Yes, sir. Any other person? Yes, sir. And then we'll be talking. We also talk about hardware. What do we say now be hardware? Physical components of the computer. Example. So before ever we call them, we mean kind of differentiate them also so into waiting. Waiting are there? Internal and external hardware also so. So what do we say now some of the internal components and waiting are the external components? Yeah, unagi internal components over under external components. Now it's not how are they talking RAM? CPU. Yeah. Yes, over under. The mouse. So now thank you. He actually shows say like we kind of understand some aspect of yeah, we do. We kind of understand some aspects of what they do. So now today we move to another part of the computer. Of course, this now we recap and then we don't. But something they will not mention. We talk about how basically computer they work. What will not be the flow? What we say? What will not be the process when they go through? So you go like for explain what's in that day. Exactly. So now that we've been talking, so we say basically how computer they work, and they go through three processes, right? They accept input, they process that input say, and then give them out as an output. So where we this, or sometimes we even see them as an image, or even in a form of video or a text. So then are some of the things that we've been talking about last week. For we will not be denied. So today we'll talk about software. We all know here one way or the other. We people they talk about software, not so. Say, hey, I want to install this software, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. So, waiting a software. The theoretical application of computer. What do you mean by the theoretical application? Who that again? Okay, the woman then tell like the network. What's happening? Okay, one woman talk about the software. That point? Yeah, yes, ma. Yeah, you. Within that you don't understand it can be anything, basic. Within that you understanding. Okay, instead of the application then, because I'm not sure say oh my, instead of the applications the way they use a computer. Any other person? Okay. So if we say the computer in hardware and I think them way we they see physically and also touch them, definition they because they go with software. What do we think say go likely, even if like you know one day you them or person one day take bottom, what do we think say go be software? Okay, yeah. Things they honestly, yes ma. You talk something. So for example, we all get almost how we radio, right? Don't come across radio. You able to touch the radio, which now the physical part, right? But the musical they come inside the radio, able to touch them. You dey see the WhatsApp icon na your phone, right? You dey able to see where you want for go there, you dey touch not so you dey able to see that icon there. But for say WhatsApp, when they say WhatsApp, now something where you dey able for touch, as in touch them and feel them. No, because only waiting you need for see are the message. That's the way they send. So, in simplest term, basically, software and a program where they tell computer hardware waiting for do. So there are a set of instructions where they tell the hardware waiting for do. So your phone that you whether it's Techno, whether na Apple, whether na Samsung, whether na this, that's not the hardware. And the softwares then basically will go allow you, for example, for go inside use WhatsApp, one of them na TikTok. One of them na WhatsApp. Even the software we they use, the program we they use for call, the contact, na a software. So just know say software na a set of instruction, or sometimes some people like refer to a program where they tell the computer hardware waiting for do. You get you WhatsApp na your phone when an application, right? This software, this WhatsApp here, so we get on your phone. When you click on them, what's in happen? They tell the hardware, one of the external hardware parts there, when now waiting the screen for display waiting the message. So the WhatsApp we don't click on now, they tell the computer hardware when at the screen or the phone. Of course, we learned last week backstage. You mobile phone and computer, not so. Because of how we get the different, the definition how computer basically work. The mobile phone they accept input, they process input, and then they give them out as an output. So automatically make them a computer. So all of that, as long as we click on a particular application, and then they do some. Oh, why click on me WhatsApp, make it open for waiting. For make able for send message or send whatever you want for send also. So now they tell the computer hardware when at the screen for say display for me and able for type and even able for come up with your keypad or whatever for type message also. So all of that they. So at any time, basically, how person can explain them to the simplest term, just say a software and a set of program or instruction. Of course, we need to see that instruction there, but they actually work. Where they tell that computer hardware they waiting for do. So for example, last week we give example of motor man body to computer body as hardware and also physical parts that they touch. But there's something that we life there is something and basically where we need to move for touch. And we need to see them. Are they waiting? Heart. This is not the skin. What again? So like last week we talked about them, like mortar man past them. Are they touch me hand, are they touch me head, are they touch me foot, not so. These are all physical parts of my body we are able to touch. But something they we make we mortar man. We basically if you not get them, nothing they you not so mortar man. We say that they brain. Huh? Exactly, life. If you not get life, you have to dey function. You know the work. That basically not get for work. Because the moment person in life don't go, like all in parts, whether it's your brain, like you say like your brain, and the last thing where they actually stop for work, where person die. Where you don't die, where the life don't go, your heart beats they stop, your blood flow, you keep whatever where you think is important. Your brain, the insect brain they die. So that's now like your life where they tell all these hardware parts then say for do something. Like if I not get life, I dey see. If I not get life, I dey think. If I not get life, I need to work and not to do. So software and the set of instructions where they tell the computer hardware for do. Just like where we life where we get, and basically they enable we for do different things in them. But even with this particular where we can talk about software, we can divide them into two big family in a broader way. But before that day, for example, the software an example of you WhatsApp na app. Of course, when it comes to mobile terminology or smartphone, then can call it applications. But when you come out to things like computers, basically they refer to them as software, but they're all not the same thing. WhatsApp is a software program, application program. TikTok is an application program. You camera, an application program. You music app where they use an application. You contact an application because these are all sets of instructions in a software that tell your phone hardware what to do. So all of them in there. But before TikTok day, WhatsApp day, or your phone camera day, we can talk about basically the two main types of software. Because now they go able for help for know whose one you lead. If that one they know they, the other one know they work. So two main type of software, a system software and application software. So when they say this na the system software, just sound like the boss. Like when they say you in an office, when I get to a boss, not so. Or for example, they will say the CEO. And then you get people that also where they work at that company where they do them specific tasks them, not so. When we go to our office, for example, you see them, they say this now we finance person. Also so, this now we HR person, this now with this person, this now with that person. Because that kind of person they in that place they for do a particular thing. Also so how we go come for differentiate or see how then two broad or big category they basically work. So we start with system software. So this system software basically in your work now for like control without even you WhatsApp not the work, your TikTok not the work, your phone camera not the work. As we go, we don't know whose kind of thing them where they basically allow person for say this is a system software or this is not a system software. So example of a system software, now like your Windows operating system for your laptop, or for mobile phones basically, we hear people and they say me na Apple and they use not so. Some people and they say me na Android not so. So of course that's system software, example of system software, operating system, and are the most important type of system software. And that particular system software, they come for both mobile phones and computers. So laptops or desktop or whatever. So if you basically get your phone or you get your laptop, if you not get your system software, we are the operating system, like for this kind of computer now Windows, this kind of Mac operating system they use. So now you make even differentiation the way you want for download something. If you have Apple phone they use, side they go. Apple Store. If you have Android they use, side they go na Play Store. So all of that kind of they show that big difference there. So when because sometimes it can actually be a little bit confusing for see how then they work. So I will just write them like that. So we can differentiate this basically system software before I can the main other type of system software than they like device driver, but the most important one now the OS operating system. In this operating system also we can divide them into two. You get operating system for mobile phones and also operating system for whether it's laptop, whether not desktop, whatever. So mobile phones. So for the mobile phones, basically, you get Android, you get iOS, and then for this one, basically, you get about 3 types. But the one that were basically common, na Mac OS and Windows. There's another one where people don't use that much. That's na Linux operating system. So this Mac OS, Windows, and then you get Linux. So we'll go to the application software. We basically they talk about with examples of application software. So if first thing say it just sound like where you get family and us. We all are the family now the same responsibility we get. What do your papa they do? And you they do. Your papa in responsibility able for total speaking. Your mama in responsibility able for total speaking. No. So basically, likewise also when they say system software. Then system software they are then get role them when they play. And the role them when they play, basically they come with the kind of responsibility where they get. So you system software, when are the operating system, Windows, Mac OS, Android or iOS, and then you get other examples like device drivers them. We're basically 9. So now we don't talk about system software. Say example of system software, Windows, Mac OS. That's Linux for computer, then also for laptops, desktop, whatever type. For mobile phones, we talk about Android and iOS. So, if we don't talk, say, system software, basically 90 for manage and control the computer hardware. Without them, the computer not even able to start. Without the system software, where example of when an operating system, you phone, you never ever work first. It never come on. If we say that's not the whole work of the system software / operating system, waiting an application software. So now the kind of software that we'll talk about, TikTok, WhatsApp come inside, application software, and software is then basically where they make, then designer for perform a specific task. In there for a specific work. The work where they make WhatsApp for is different from the work where they make TikTok for. You go take you contact app for save image. You go use them for play music. You know they use them for play music, not so you know they use them for save image because then waiting a designer for call person, save number and call people in. That is a specific purpose. That is the work of the application software. And basically application software they do. So it just sounds like where you learn anything. Whether you're not tailor man, whether you're not carpenter, whether you're not this. They all get different tools them where they perform different work them. Scissors get in work when they do. Needle get in work when they do. They don't go take, hammer and all of that. They don't go take needle. For example, if they want to sew something, then go take scissors, they work. If they want to cut something, then go take needle, they work. They work. So application software and a kind of software we then create for perform specific tasks them. Just like we go use you music player for play music. That's the work they make for making play music. You take your contact basically for call person or for save number. What you want for save person number, definitely you need to go open music app because also that they make for. So all of the examples. So examples of application software, WhatsApp, TikTok, or even Microsoft Word, where we can talk about. Some people say they can for learn about Microsoft Word. Some people say they can for learn about Excel. Then they all na application software them. But the system software, we actually they power that kind of application software for Microsoft Word, or Excel, or PowerPoint. Now waiting, Windows, because that's the operating system. We basically all of the applications and they sit them on top. Because if you know they know they work. So you TikTok, you WhatsApp, you sit them on top of an operating system, depending on which kind of phone you get. And then Android you get, or iOS you get. And even we browser them. So why make we say browser and application software? We're not waiting at the specific purpose. For browse, for research, not so. Now you use the browser for, so you browser now an application software. So, for example, system software we refer them as the manager, and then the application software we refer to them as the worker, basically, because they're designed for specific. So it's not the key difference. System software, they manage the computer. Application software, they do specific tasks for you. And then the system software, it needed for them for start the computer. And then the application software for making even begin work. For making do whatever you want for do, you need the system software. If you know they work. So example of a system software, just for iterate back, operating system. And then this is the other example of the application software where we just don't talk about. Any question? So we get software them all around we. All around we. Whether it's application software, whether it's system software, we don't interact with them. Also, one way or the other, we all don't interact with them. We don't know. So just like what we talk about, the all-day computer OS, operating system, Windows, for mobile phones, Android and iOS, and then we get this one, utility apps, where basically can use for a particular type of work. Where we get we calculator, that's a set of utility app. And then we also get applications where only meant for some certain thing, music players, then also so, and for entertainment they make and for, and so on and so forth. Any question? Another question? Another question, okay. So, hardware plus software. Hardware are the physical parts, software and waiting instruction. So, let me also take an example of motorcar and driver. If person motorcar day, you buy motorcar, you not sabi drive. What's in the happen? The motorcar they work. If you sabi drive, you not get motorcar. What's in the happen? You ride motorcar, you know they basically ride them. So hardware and software like na so then they work together. One never will go without in company. So if people then decide say, let's make software, then basically they not think about system, the operating system. You think say the whatever software they would then make, so they make the next TikTok or the next Facebook or the next this, also in the work. You know they work not so because there's no operating system where they basically power them. So now I make the relationship now that they also need themselves for make them work. If you know they basically work. So, like what we say, the operating system just bridge. If first you want for cross water, or even sometimes I will refer to them as boat. If you not get bridge, or you not get ferry, or you not get canoe, you're able to cross. You're not able for cross. So, the importance of this operating system now the most important system software na the computer. If in all day, the other one they need to work, just like what we don't talk. So all of them in there basically really important. So you know what say you want for go install WhatsApp, okay? There's no way self they will allow you for install them. No day. So how you able to get access for install whether na you WhatsApp, whether na you TikTok, or whether na you other thing. So the main work where operating system they do, we talk on this one, they start the computer. That's one part of the work the way they do. So as soon as you start the computer now, in work now for ensure say initialize all the hardware components then. It will also manage the hardware components then where you basically they use. And then they also run the application software then. where it can be Microsoft Word or other programs then where you get. And it also they help you for organize and manage your files then where you get that you computer and allow you for also interact. So moving from this to this other side, all of that basically. So I be don't talk and this now. Popular type of operating system now waiting Windows and Mac OS, and then so now I don't know if you don't come across this. So on certain time then the way you want for download. I don't know who that ever come across that you want for download a particular like phone, but you need a grade for download. So if they don't build a particular app or a system for only Mac OS, iOS phone, if you will get Android, you want for download, I never work. Because they're not making for me run your operating system. They make something and they, even when they create them, then they ensure say they pull for whether they use Android, whether they use iOS. So sometimes you go they think, why make they not make one? We want for go yonder, we go there, we want for do this, we do this. They not do one because they're different operating system. I make even the look and feel where they use WhatsApp or Apple phone are the same way they use them for Android. Are the same way that they look, the interface are the same. Not the same. Difference they not also. So that's not because they make this particular thing here for making work. Like for example, this one, the operating system what they use. Now, Mac OS. If I open Windows computer, this interface where they see, so how up here they, not also Windows basically they. For Windows, we get for coming to how they do the practical for see how you able to do different things there. Not also Windows they. So that's not just how the different operating system they work. So the same they go for your laptops, your desktop, and even your mobile phone there. So that make them different way then because then they do different tasks then. So now, we don't really give people that they talk about desktop, not so. So if you want for basically use laptop, you can take because like they can do small practical. Sorry. So it's not ready for charge. You don't get charger. You no charge. Yeah. You can connect some yonder. you don't need to. Side Anna for charge. Would I then put name, phone, and so for charge? What's in the put? I will not in lap charger. Who do you decide for charge the BN? And charger? Paul, can you connect this timber other extension? I don't even. Come. You're going. So, we can hear people and they talk about put on at the desktop, not so. Or in inside you ask somebody, say inside the file lane, say it then at the desktop, not so. So inside the phone basically, where we can open phone there, what do they see? They see apps and also so. So when we open the laptop, now the desktop, basically, just think about your desktop like clean table or clean desk where you work. So if you want to put in a new book, or you want to put a new file on that table or that desk, at the desktop you can put them. So then apps then they similar way they see on your phone now. Inside computer and call them icons them. So in Kinde, now your desktop. This your desktop here they allow you for put plenty in them. Like I just tell you so. So right now, if you press on the power button for we no one day put on computer, this are the power button. You find out say this particular laptop, the power button they inside. It gets circle and then like one. They see one, they notice so. Whenever you see then kind of icon, then they for most electronic products, then they so you say now they for put them on. It actually mean on and off. Now make you see now like 0 and 1 they put. So the 0 they kind of say off and then the 1 are on. So when you press on them, then your computer they come on. If you also press on them, when your computer they on, they go off. So that's an in working they basically do. But we go to see why make not so they will for press, we want for put your computer off. So just press on once, and then it will open, right? So